Hey guys, my name is Kristen Dion. I am new onto YouTube to start this segment because I am a new mom, and I know like it's like a hot thing, if you so to speak. Like a lot of women are becoming moms and stuff, and I don't really see a lot of people in the African American culture posting a lot of videos and like their experience on like mom stuff or whatever. So I am doing that for me, and just because, like, you know, I just want to show you guys like my life, my lifestyle, being a new mom, all the stuff that, you know, I'm learning. I feel like I could help other people out. So like I was saying in the beginning, my camera is dying, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about my first trimester symptoms, how I felt, like body changes, what so, what not. And let me pull it up because I got my notes. Let's see. So currently I am 15 weeks. Let me focus this because I don't know if it's okay. Currently I am 15 weeks. No, I'm 16 weeks. 16 weeks and 2 days. So I am out of my first trimester now. I'm in my second trimester. So yeah, so I'm gonna start off with like symptoms and stuff from 6 to 8 weeks. And when I found out, I believe I was 5 weeks or 6 weeks. So we'll start from that time period. So in those weeks I was really nauseous. I remember like not having morning sickness, but I would get it later on in the afternoon. So I'll be at work, after I eat something I'll get nauseous. If I don't eat something I'll be nauseous. I was just really nauseous. I was hungry. I'd be hungry every 30 minutes, which is like new because I don't know, before like I could eat a meal and just be cool, but like I noticed I was like frequently hungry. Like I would have to eat. Like I'd be laying down about to go to sleep and I'd be like, no, I need to eat. So I noticed like extreme hunger. I was disgusted from like certain smells. Like certain smells were just really bad. Like stuff that I liked before, I was just kind of like disgusted by. My nipples were like really sensitive. I noticed that. Those were like the beginning symptoms, like when I was kind of like, oh, okay, I missed my period. But like now my nipples are like super sensitive, and as you can see my boobs are like huge. So, and they're still kind of sensitive, but they're not as sensitive as what they were before. This is something that bugs the hell out of me, and it still kind of just is like, ugh. I always have to pee. I pee about 20 to 30 times a day. That is a lot. I pee a lot. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to pee like 3 to 4 times. I wake up in the middle of the night. So that's something that literally blows me because it kind of messes up with my sleep. I'm like always having to wake up to pee. So it's something that's like really annoying. I say between the 6 to 8 weeks, I was really tired. Like really tired. Especially after I ate. Like I would be at work and I'll go on break and I would eat and I would just be like really tired. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't heard people talk about this symptom much, but I had bad dreams. Like and when I first got pregnant, I would have some weird, crazy, vivid dreams. Like I don't know what that was. I looked it up. And it was basically saying like, you know, pregnant women do have like weird vivid dreams, but I don't know, it was crazy. I can't even remember what I was even dreaming about, but my dreams were crazy. Another thing that was like crazy was I had like cramps, like painful cramps, and they'd last about like 1.5 to 2 minutes. And I was reading about it, and it could have been like, you know, like your uterus down there is like stretching. So it could have been that, but I had like really bad cramp pain for like 1.5 to 2 minutes, and then it would go away. And I had that from the 6 to 8 week period. I think, let me see. When I was like 9 weeks, I'm about to get into 9 weeks soon, but when I was like 9 weeks, I think it was still happening, but it wasn't as bad. But I think it's normal because like as long as you're not like cramping really, really bad and bleeding, then you should be okay. But I just had cramps, and I think it was because my uterus down there was stretching. I was very, very moody. Like one minute I'd be happy, the other minute I'd be like, oh, like don't talk to me, like just but yeah, like very moody. I would be at work and like I'd be okay, I'd be one 1 minute, and then the next minute I really just be like, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. I remember this one time after it was like time for me to go home. It was like 3 o'clock or like 3 o'clock or so, and that's the time that I get off. But we still had patients in the back, and I was like, bro, like let me leave. Like I worked, the schedule that I worked was for a specific doctor, and then my manager, she worked another schedule for the other doctor, and it's like my doctor, her patients are gone, I need to fucking leave. He already paid, so just let me go home. So I was just really mad. Like I just was really moody, and usually I don't really get like that, but yeah, that's how I knew I was pregnant, because I was like, bro, like I'm ready to freaking go home. And then I had discharge from the 6 to 8 week period. It wasn't a lot. I'm gonna tell you guys when the discharge was kind of like, okay, this is getting out of hand. But I did have discharge from the 6 to 8 week period. So now I'm gonna get into 9 weeks. 9 weeks. My nausea was starting to get better. I had my mood swings were less. Like my body was just like starting to get used to being pregnant a little bit, kind of like, okay, 9 weeks is like, okay, look, it's here, this is what's going on. So my mood swings weren't as bad, the cramps weren't as painful, but they were still coming and going. And then my dreams, they weren't as bad as well, they were kind of lowering. One of the symptoms I did start having like at the ninth week mark was I was running out of breath. So that's also why I got water too, because baby, I be running out of breath. Yeah, so I would like, I don't know, we don't have stairs here. But I remember being, was it stairs? I don't know, but I would be like at work, and I would be like going to talk to patients and stuff, and I would be going back and forth from like the op room to my desk, back to the op room, and I would just be running out of breath. So by the time I sat down and I was ready to speak to the patient, I was like trying to catch my breath. I know the patients was like, is she okay? But yeah, I started running out of breath. I had aversions to smell 6 to 8 weeks, but 9 weeks I had food aversions. So like certain foods that I used to like, I would just be like to it, like, or foods that I thought were good in my head, I kind of had like a kind of illness to it. I didn't really put exactly what foods they were, but let me think. I don't know. I can't think right now, but it was just certain foods that I was just like, I can't do. And then 9 weeks, obviously I'm pregnant, right? But I didn't know this was an actual symptom, and I never really heard anybody talk about it. But I just felt like really warm on the inside, like my blood was circulating extra. I was just feeling like really warm on the inside, like warm and tingling. I don't know, I never heard anybody speak about that, but obviously I'm pregnant, so I have excess blood, and my blood is going to be circulating more for the baby. So yes. And then that was all for like 9 weeks. Everything was pretty much the same. It was, the symptoms were just starting to get less. And then I had the new symptom of running out of breath, and like the food aversion starting to kick in. 10 weeks. Okay. This is another thing I've never heard anybody talk about. but I don't know if it's because like when you're pregnant, you're releasing a certain hormone, and like obviously our senses are getting stronger, but I could not stand my own scent, which is kind of weird because it's like, this is my body, why wouldn't I smell? And it's not like I stunk or anything, it was just a certain smell. I don't know if it's the HCG hormone, but it was just a certain smell that I could not stand. Like like I was just like, why does it smell like that? Like, I don't know, it's less now, but it's just like, and I've read like your body chemistry changes as you know, when you're pregnant, your body chemistry changes, so it could be that. But I don't know, it was just like a certain smell that I just could not like get with. And then pregnancy cravings, 10 weeks is when my pregnancy cravings started to really like come in, and I would be like, ooh, I want this, or I would think about something that sounds good and be like, ooh, like I want that, I'm gonna go get that. Like anything that I thought about that sounded good, I wanted to eat it. Like, so it wasn't really anything specific. Like right now I crave pickles. I like pickles. It's super 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 hot in Texas, so I really want like ice cream and stuff. I'll be outside like getting off of work, and then I'll go get an ice cream from McDonald's, an ice cream cone, because it's just so hot. I even got ice cream sandwiches in my freezer because I don't know, that's just something like I feel like I'm craving. I still was nauseous at night though. My nausea has kind of subsided now that I'm like out of my first trimester, so I'm happy about that. The first trimester is just so much because that's when your body is adjusting to really being pregnant. So it's like there's so many things that are happening and your body is changing and you're feeling sick, you're doing, it's just a lot. Like, and then people were telling me in my second trimester it was going to be better. So I'm so happy that I'm out of my first trimester, to be honest, because it's just a lot going on. It was a lot going on. At 10-week mark, my stomach did start to show more. Now it's like, okay, bitch, you're pregnant. But yeah, my 10 weeks, I started to have a little bump. You could see it. And at the 10-week mark, I was nauseous from like 6 to 10 weeks, but I never threw up. Like I would just be nauseous at night. I never threw up. The first time I threw up was at my 10-week mark. Like when I was 10 weeks, I had went to Jersey Mike's and I got a Jersey Mike's sandwich. And I always eat Jersey Mike's. I used to work at Jersey Mike's. That was my first job, and I love their sandwiches. But I don't know, like I went to lunch one day and I got Jersey Mike's, and it was just like turkey and roast beef sandwiches. I got a regular number 9 on rosemary parm, no bacon, add mayo and honey mustard, and babe, I just could not eat it. I feel like now I could eat it because I'm not going through so much symptoms and nausea, but that was my first time throwing up, and I was crying because it was just like, I feel like I couldn't eat. And then, I don't know, you just kind of get like mom guilt because it's like, wow, I really wanted a baby, but then it's like, now I'm like, oh, this baby is not allowing me to eat. So it's like, you need to get it together. So it was just a lot with that. I had another thing I've never heard anybody talk about. I looked it up and I've read that one person did have it. I had a water aversion. Like I could not drink certain types of water. The only water I could drink was alkaline water. Like alkaline water was, I don't know if it was like I needed electrolytes or whatever, or my body just needed a certain type of water, but any other water, as soon as I drink it, it would make me nauseous. The only water that didn't make me nauseous was alkaline water, so I started buying like the bottles of alkaline water from Walmart. And I think it was Essentia. It was Under Armour alkaline water. That was the water that I drank that didn't make me feel nauseous. And then I noticed that alongside the water aversion, I couldn't eat like acidic stuff. I have GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, so I get like acid reflux really bad. And if I eat like acidic fruits, or I would get like strawberry refreshers from Starbucks and dragon fruit refreshers, and like it would just make me super nauseous. I would throw up. I couldn't drink those drinks because it was the acidity level. Like it just didn't feel right. I didn't really care about sweets. Like sweets would make me nauseous as well. Now it's not really that bad. I'm still scared to drink Starbucks drinks, honestly, because I don't know how it's gonna make me feel. And then also, like, I would drink their matcha. I would drink a matcha frappuccino. Mind you, I love matcha. That was always my favorite go-to drink from Starbucks, but I could not drink it. Every time I drink matcha, I threw up. So I'm even though I'm not in my first trimester anymore, and I'm still in I'm in my second trimester now, I'm still scared to try it. I don't want to throw up type of thing. So yeah, I stopped eating sweets and like acidic food. One thing I will tell you, if you are pregnant, this is the best fruit to eat to get rid of nausea, to make you feel okay, and to stay hydrated, is watermelon. Like, watermelon, babes, watermelon. Like, if you don't like watermelon, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, honey. So I would literally cut up buy a whole big watermelon, cut it up, and eat it. So I'm hungry right now, I'm not gonna lie. So now that I said watermelon and I haven't eaten anything, and it's 2 o'clock, I haven't eaten anything at all. I literally just woke up, relaxed for a little bit, got dressed, got in the shower, and started making the video. So I haven't eaten anything. But yeah, my camera battery died. So I ended up charging it. And I think we left off where I was talking about eating watermelon had helped subside my nausea, and that was like the only thing that really helped. So that was like the end of like the 10-week period. So now I'm going to talk about 11 to 14 weeks, and then like I said again, I'm 16 weeks. So I think I'm pretty on track with this video. At the end of my second trimester, I'm going to go ahead and do a second trimester symptoms update, whatever. So yeah, for 11 to 14 weeks, my belly actually is showing now. You can see, I'm going to get up and show you guys what it looks like, but you can see my belly's fully showing. I just finished eating some spaghetti and cornbread, so it's gonna look a little bigger because I just ate, and I'm a little full. So in the beginning, I was talking about my discharge and how it was kind of like, I had discharge, but from 11 to 14 weeks, I was having a lot more discharge, and I would wipe, and you can clearly see like it was like extra, like I don't know if y'all heard that, but that kind of threw me off. But it was like extra creamy or whatever. Another thing that I started getting, I'm gonna show you guys, is body acne. Like my body acne, 11 or 14 weeks. Like, look at all this. I did not have any of this before. My body acne wasn't this crazy, but yeah, this is something like I'm really insecure about. So I have to go to Sephora or Target. I was reading about Naturium's salicylic body wash or whatever, and I know salicylic acid and glycolic acid helps with body acne and hyperpigmentation and stuff. So I'm gonna go try their stuff out. I have my own skincare line. I use my own skincare, but I don't have any body care products, so I'm gonna go try their stuff and hope that it'll work. 11 to 14 weeks is when my pants are like not fitting me. Like all my jeans, they don't fit. I have to buy more jeans. Get prepared for this part of pregnancy, okay? Because your clothes are not gonna start fitting. Like your jeans are not gonna start fitting. Anything that doesn't have any stretch to it is not gonna fit. You're gonna have to buy a whole new wardrobe. Like, just get prepared, because my jeans don't fit right now, and that's why I'm wearing leggings, because these stretch and it's more comfortable for me. I work at a job where it's like it's a uniform, but it's like you have to wear business casual, and it's not working for me. So I have to find clothes that are like, it still looks professional, but it's more comfortable for me. And then I feel like I want to give birth already. Like, I wish my baby was fully like ready to go, because I just want to push this baby out. I want to get back to myself, not get back to myself, because when you have a baby, like, you're adjusting to like being a new person and being a mom. But I want my own body back. Like, sometimes it's annoying because, well, not now, but in the first trimester, it was just like, okay, this is taking a huge toll on my body, and I want my body back. Like, I'm tired of feeling nauseous. I'm tired of feeling like just disgusted, and like anything I smell, it just doesn't smell good. Like, I'm tired of just feeling like this. So I really wanted to give birth already and just have my baby. But it's my baby. It's a girl. For people who will gonna ask, it's a girl. She's still baking. She's not ready to come out yet, so I just have to wait and be patient. And yeah, so the end of my first trimester, I was a little less moody. Now I feel like, not myself, but I feel like I'm just normal now. I'm not too moody. I feel okay. And then 11 to 14 weeks is when the headaches started. So I get headaches here and there. They're very small headaches. They don't really, my head is not throbbing, but I can definitely feel that I have a headache. And I also look this stuff up, and it's normal, it's common, unless like your head is just throbbing and there's just so much pain and your headache just doesn't go away, then it's normal. Everything I'm reading is due to like hormones and stuff. I have a doctor's appointment June 6th, so I'm going to bring it up and kind of see like, okay, is it normal? Am I tripping? Or is everything good? Pretty much. So that's what I'm going to do. My doctor at the last visit, she did recommend me to start like working out and kind of like if I'm not like not working out too heavy, but if I'm not going to the gym, at least walk around like, you know, my building and stuff. So I'm lazy, very, very lazy. So I haven't started, but I want to start going to the gym and like, you know, getting on the treadmill and like, you know, walking and doing all that stuff, just so my body I can prepare for birth when I'm like, because I hear when you work out and stuff, it's easier giving birth. So I want to start doing that and going to the gym. I had a caffeine aversion. So in the beginning, I was talking about how I would drink matcha and throw up all the time. Like anything with caffeine, it just didn't make me feel good. I stopped drinking drinks with caffeine in them. So no matchas, no coffee. Like I don't drink any of that stuff anymore because it doesn't make me feel good, and I always throw up. I am craving now. I just crave pickles and vanilla ice cream. Like those are like, I want ice cream when it's hot because it's super hot outside, and I like pickles because of the sourness. I always love pickles, but now that I'm pregnant, it's like, okay, I want pickles, like, because I haven't eaten pickles in such a long time. So now I'm like, okay, I need to start eating pickles. For some reason, I just love them. So it's like pickles and ice cream are my thing right now. And I just started buying more natural juices because I don't want to intake super sugary juices, you know, that you get from the store that has a bunch of sugar and stuff in them. I'm going to try to insert the picture somewhere, either over here of the juice that I like, that I drink, with sugar. The sugars are really low, and has vitamin C and whatnot. These are like juices you can give to your child that, you know, are still kind of on the healthy side, but you know, like they're still juice. You get what I'm saying? They're not like juice that you make from real fruit in a juicer. So yes, it says, oh, the juice is a very low sugar content and it's very light in taste, and it has 11 grams total in sugar. And you know, juices these days be having a bunch of like 300, 400, 500 grams of sugar in there. So yeah, and the brand was Ocean Spray. Like I said, the picture is going to be inserted. And then that's pretty much it for my symptoms. There is a few things I do want to talk about, as far as like, you know, if you, let's say you don't live in the same city that you were born in. Like I'm from California originally, and I live in Dallas now. When I was living in California, I had health insurance. I was under my mom, so everything was covered. I didn't have to pay for anything. Every time I went to the doctors, my doctor visits were covered. So moving to Texas and being in another state where I don't have coverage and I have to get medical insurance and all these type of things, it's just very difficult. I have medical insurance with my job, but it's kind of like a thing where it's like, once I have my baby, I don't know how long I'm gonna have to be at that job. I have to take my baby to daycare and all this stuff, and it's just like, I don't really know where that's gonna go. So I'm pretty sure if I do end up leaving that job, and I'll have to either find another job that fits the time schedule that I can work with if my job doesn't fit with my time schedule then, or I just have to come up with some other ideas and get medical insurance without having a job, like through the marketplace and stuff. So honestly, I really want to move back home, but it's not the right time right now because financial reasons. I have to save up, I have to do a lot of things, and I need to give birth obviously before I just pack all my stuff up and move back home, because I don't have any savings right now, to be honest, to keep it a buck. So to move, I don't have any savings. So yeah, but what I wanted to talk about was the whole medical insurance thing. Texas does have to where you can get Texas Star Medicaid for pregnant women. Everything will be covered. You don't have to pay for anything. I ended up applying and getting approved, but the thing is, with Medicaid out here, it's super hard to find a good doctor. Me personally, I am very precautious, and I'm very no, I want to have one doctor. I want to make sure this doctor is right for me. I want to make sure that this doctor knows what they're doing, what they're talking about, because at the end of the day, having a baby is super serious, and you just want to make sure you're okay and everything that's going on with your baby is okay. And so majority of these doctor offices out here, they don't take Medicaid, so it's really hard. The ones that I did find Medicaid, they're one facility. They didn't have the best reviews. You're not just gonna have one doctor. They have a few doctors in there, and so every time you go in there, you're gonna see different providers. They can't guarantee you one provider, and I'm not okay with that, because when I go in and see the doctor for my baby, I want to make sure that I'm seeing the same provider, and I just want to make sure that I have their best interest and they have my best interest, and they're not just going to tell me things just because. I want a doctor that actually cares about me and my baby. So yes, it's just really hard finding a good doctor with Medicaid. And then the one doctor that I did find, I had to wait for Parkland to get I had to wait to get approved with the doctor, because I had seen my original provider with my medical insurance, and then I got the Medicaid. So what I had to do was get my medical records and switch them over to that other doctor and see if she can approve, if I didn't have any high-risk pregnancies or anything, if she could approve. So I was waiting on approval, and I had to wait for Parkland to send the OB coordinator for the Medicaid doctor. I have to wait for them to send her an authorization code. So it's just so much. And I was already waiting for 3 to 4 weeks to hear back from the lady about if I got approved or not. And so I was just you know what, forget it. I'm just going to stick with my medical insurance. I'm going to go back to my first provider that I've seen, because one, she's really good. I like her. She gives me really good vibes, and I like the doctor's office. I'm not sitting there waiting hours and hours just to see her. When I got in there, it literally took 10 minutes just for her to see me. So I really enjoy that doctor's office, so I'm just gonna stay there. The hospital that I am having my baby in, they do take the Medicaid insurance, so I'm definitely gonna start coordinating my medical insurance around that time of my delivery. So yeah, if you're gonna get, I'm not saying there's no reason to not get Medicaid or don't get Medicaid if you live in Texas, but I would just say, make sure you get a good provider, because it's like I said, it's really hard finding a provider out here that takes Medicaid, because the doctors don't get paid, in all honesty. We're not paying the doctors, and so it's really hard to find a good doctor. Also, registries, I put my registry together first trimester. I'm not playing. I put my whole registry together due to the fact that I live in Texas and all of my family is in California, so I don't know if I'm going to have my baby shower in Texas. I don't know if I'm going to have my baby shower in California or what I want to do yet. So I just made a registry just in case. You know, if I do decide to do like a Zoom baby shower, or if I do a baby shower in one place and the other people can't come, they can always still purchase from my registry. So I did an Amazon registry. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this video for other moms to see like what I have in my registry, the things that, you know, I've seen other moms use that they recommended. So I'm going to put it down there just so y'all can see what I have in there. That's the end of this video. If you guys have any like feedback or anything, put it down below in the comments. Please subscribe, like, comment this video, y'all, and everything as far as like my Amazon registry and things are going to be in the description box. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.